Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. I'm old school, but I keep it funky fresh, y'all. And this is deep, y'all. I'm from the deep, y'all. And what you get is what you motherfucking see.
Welcome back, humans! You know what day it is. My name is Jaime, and somebody help me. I'm bringing you the events on headlines that you didn't even know you needed. And with that said, smash that subscription, humans, because I'm here twice a week. And I got many events to go on, humans. I got some many events. I'm going to start with LeBron James right off the get. I mean, my man, I was like watching my sports show and like watching Sports Center and turning on those one shows where they all talk shit. Like, I don't know, there's like First Take and then there's like a bunch of other ones. And there's one that I like. It's called like Undisputed or something with old ass Skip Bayless, who I don't like. And then I ended up watching it because I don't even like the dude. Because he like talks so much controversial shit, and I think he does it on purpose. Like he just got to say the most negative shit ever, you know. Anyways, so there, and then he's got Shannon Sharp on there, you know, like a former football player, Hall of Fame, you know, Shannon Sharp, you know, one of the baddest dudes that used to play in the NFL. And I always try to do an impression of him all the time. I always make fun of him because I just love him. I'm a big fan of his. But anyways, they were on there and talking about LeBron talked about putting out his all-time dunk contest list, like his all-time dunkers. Or not dunkers, but like if he had an all-time slam dunk contest list, this would be it. And on his list, I mean, he had some good dunkers on there. Don't get me wrong. Okay, but his list was kind of messed up. I think he was just missing some players. You know, I just feel like he was just missing some people. I mean, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But I'm going to, you know, give my own opinion after I read off this list. So on his list, he had Dominique Wilkins, which was awesome. Not, you know, Vince Carter. Yeah, he's pretty awesome. Levine. Yes, he's pretty awesome. And then he had himself on there. So I got a little issue with that. Man, LeBron can fly, okay? Don't get me wrong. But he only did like one slam dunk contest in his career, if I remember. And it was for like, I think when the McDonald's, before he went pro, I think it was like the McDonald's All-American thing or whatever, where they do all like the 3-point and slam dunk of the kids, the younger kids. And I think he did one then. But he never did one in the NBA, which kind of sucked because the guy can fly in the air. Like I said, it would have been awesome to see him in a slam dunk contest because he could probably do some craziness. You know, because I mean, the dude's head and chest is damn near over the rim, like when in his prime days. You know, like when he would get up there. You know, he could probably do it now, just a few good jumps here and there. But he's probably super. You gotta put like a pair of ice pants on afterwards. You know what I'm saying? And but anyways, like that dude used to fly. You know what I mean? So it sucked that he wasn't in it. I mean, it's kind of bummer that he didn't go in a slam dunk contest because I really wanted to see him do it, you know, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. And he's got like millions and millions of fans that probably want to see him do that shit too. So I just had a problem with his list with him putting him on there that he was never in one. I mean, like I said, it's your opinion. But he didn't even have like Dr. J on there. Like the dude that started his shit. Like one of like first slam dunk contests like ever. Like Dr. J, like fucking free throw dunk first before Jordan, the tomahawk, or the in your face, like when he fucking like in the game did that shit, like just in that dude's face. Like my goodness, your kids was probably there. If it was a home game, your kids and family was there, and that happened to you. Like Dr. J was just like kapow right on you. But yeah, he wasn't on the list, man. I don't know. I just felt like that was not like at least you got to have one of the veterans like that, and Jordan wasn't on there. Come on, man. Another dude that just flied. You guys were both dudes in the air, and you didn't put Jordan on there? Is that because, like, the Jordan-LeBron debate was getting to you, and you didn't want to put Jordan on there? I don't know. But, come on, man. Like, for real. Like, you weren't even in a dunk contest yet, dude. So I just feel like you should have been one. But the only dude I remember, like, you had a lot of dunk highlights in games that would have been awesome in dunk contests, like some of your warm-ups and then some of the in-game dunks would have been pretty much 50s. Like some of those crazy ones where you come flying and you're like so high up in the air, like he wouldn't even like have the, you know, like some guys that are jumping really, like even Jordan's hands was like up there like this, even though he would jump from far away. But LeBron would be like so high in the air, like his arm was like over here and shit, like he had to dunk like downward to the fucking rim and shit sometimes. Look like he would dunk it and still have, oh, sorry about that, and still have his arm like on the fucking like eye level damn near. Like it was like, geez. So it would have been crazy to see him in a dunk contest. Like it would have been bananas. But yeah, I remember he was in one game and he jumped over one dude, and the dude dunked over like somebody like as tall as me, and I ain't tall as at all. I don't even remember what team he was on. There was a short ass dude, like he wasn't even 6 feet, like 5'11", 10. Like you can't even say you're 5'11". Like, and I've done it for a long time when I was younger, but now I'm like, all right, I'm like probably really 5'9". No, I don't even know. I don't even know. But all I know is like my hair used to give me like extra taller inches, like at least like 3 to 5. Like if I don't got no product in my hair, I'm super tall. But LeBron dunked over this dude, like I said, as tall as me, even with like with the gel in. You know what I mean? The product in my hair got me pulled down, and he just jumped over that dude. And that was like one of his dunk contest highlights. No, that was one of his most played highlights, I think, besides the like chase down block, which I still feel like Tayshaun's was better. It was more important to me. I think it was because it was the home team. I mean, that was a big game. Either way, they were both big games. But still, there's no way, man. You got to be in a dunk contest, man. At least one more time. Even if you suck at it now and you're like too old, you should just do it anyway. I mean, just go do it with your old ass. You'll still get like at least some like, they'll give you some kind of cushion. They won't give you like nothing less than fucking 8s probably, unless you get good rest and everything, ice up real good, and then you show up there and just give one hurrah, and then you like got to miss 6 games. But after that, I mean, the fans would love it, and you go out there and just give them one big like, your last boost of energy for a week, and you got to rest up, get back to the season. And then you got to get back to the season. But yeah, like I was saying, man, like my like back to my hair. Okay, like my hair's like super like curly, when I have product in it. I mean, it's curly when I don't, but it's more wavy and way up in the air and out of control and fuzzy looking and crazy, and sometimes can be dangerous, and it might scratch you or something. So it's very important that I try to control it with any type of product that has like maximum type of hold, because I can't just do like a leave-in conditioner, or like I've ordered a pomade. Like I do the pomades, but my shit like overpowers that shit. I don't know what it is. It's just like it'll look good for like maybe an hour or two, and then like all of a sudden I'll see like my shadow snowing, and I know I gotta go freshen up and go put some more fucking whatever that shit is, and it ain't holding it down. It just don't hold it down. I don't know how anybody out there that has this problem with my like poofy helmet, wavy hair. Because without the product, it's crazy. Like it just has these weird stages. Sometimes it'll be just like a weird helmet, wavy helmet, wavy helmet. And it's like straight. It's not that bad. Or sometimes I wake up and my shit will be so flattened one time, it just fucking hurt. And I got to fucking, put some shit in there to fucking get that shit just to relax and then get my shit ready for the day. But my hair be out of control with no product. It's like that fucking little lint catcher in the fucking washing machine that you got to drain in the sink. Like if somebody took one of those off and went down the freeway and hung that shit out the window and it dried off, that's what my shit's like a lot of times without no product in there. It's crazy. Like people used to make fun of my shit, like coming out of the swimming pool or something like that. My friends would be like, "Oh damn, it looks like Oprah's pussy." Be fucking me up and shit. I'm like, "Oh, for real, motherfuckers," and they'd be crazy. You know what I'm saying? When I used to play sports, they'd be like, "Oh, look who don't need a helmet. He got concussion protocol protection." Like all the time, I used to get that shit. And I'm like, man, fuck. And I would go risk it sometimes and try to like go play sports with the product in my hair and just fucking be all blinded and shit and be like, I just pepper sprayed myself. It's like, because I would just be like, I know they're going to rip me when I got the fucking, the Brillo pad hanging out flying. People's going to be, or like, it's crazy. I'm going to get some crazy prank on my shit. It's coming. And I have no, and I got to be ready for it. I got to be ready for it, humans. So that's why I got to control my hair with that product. And LeBron James to be in a dunk contest. All in one. It took a weird spin because I'm just comparing myself, like, adding my height to the guy that he jumped on because he was a shorter dude. But anyways, let me get on with some different vents, humans. There's a rumor going on that, I don't know if it's true or not, but there's some going around circulating the news that this midterm stuff coming up, like if they, the one side is like projecting they're not going to do so well. And you can tell why, because they're the ones that are running the show right now. Okay. And then the other side is like ready to swoop in, and just look like the heroes or some shit, like whatever's going to happen, who knows? Or just like, well, you guys are getting used to this, aren't you? So we'll just keep it rolling, Oh, by the way, gas going up $1 tomorrow, welcome to the new prez. No, whatever. Who knows? We're not there yet. But, and this story that's starting to circulate, people are starting to figure like they are projecting that they're going to lose, and other things could be happening, and they might not be so safe after all the shady shit they've been doing while they was in charge, and shutting the media up and all kinds of shit and stopping people from investigations and blocking shit, and so they're getting a little scared. So it's been rumored that our Project 46, our current prez with his A1 kid, with that laptop going around, and no, that he's got this big time high priced lawyer or law team, or I don't know if it's a team or if it's just one badass like Figer dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? It's some big high priced lawyer from what I've read. Yes, I read. So I read this story, and he got this high priced lawyer, and I guess they said the only job of this lawyer was to keep him out of jail. And I was like, whoa, so you wonder if this is true or not, like if this is going to happen. Like, so if he loses the election, or he doesn't run for the election, or the one side loses and the other side comes back into power, or does their, into power. It's all scary that when you say that shit, they're coming into power, or they're coming to take the reins. It's all scary when you talk like that. I don't know why I do that, but I do it a lot, but oh well. And that's why it's a vent. Shit's got to come out. But anyways, so this dude, it's like they have a feeling it's all going to go down in flames, right? Like it's all going to go, like shit's coming to an end. Like they're like, oh man, shit was great, Or like maybe they're on the offices, like, the prez and like Kamala, they start, everybody said the rumor, like they don't get along, right? So they're not getting along and shit. And, man, it's only a fucking thunderstorm out there. But anyways, so they're like talking like they ain't getting along and shit, right? And now they're getting along because they're starting to talk now that they know shit could be coming to an end. They're all like, man, it's getting crazy out there, ain't it? Yeah, it's getting a little crazy. Tide is turning. So anyways, they're thinking like getting scared. They're doing some damage control. So they're getting some lawyers and lawyering up. So because they got a feeling they got to protect themselves. And I'm interested to see what happens if this story is true, humans. We gotta keep us posted. And like I said, apparently this lawyer's only job is to keep this dude out of jail. Goodness gracious. What if that is true? What if this story is true? And then like we get the new president, whether it's a he, she, or whatever, like whoever the new president's in, and all of a sudden all these people start getting busted. That would be crazy. That would just be crazy. It'd be so entertaining. Or would they put it in the news? Because there's a lot of stuff going on right now where all these stupid distraction news stories are going on, and nobody's even talking about it. Like, I think last week sometime, or a day or two ago, there was a fucking briefing on, like, UFOs and shit. And then people was out there talking about, like, yeah, they're not UFOs no more, the UAPs, and you got to fucking, don't worry about it. Basically, don't worry about it. If you're flying in the air and you see them, don't say shit. Or say some shit, but you just don't say some real shit. Oh yeah, there was a bright light out there. Could have been a comet. Could have been Venus. Every time we fly, seems to always be Venus. So they're just going to stick with the Venus story, I'm thinking. But it was interesting, and they don't talk about that because we still got to hear about Amber Heard shitting on the fucking bed. Or whatever the fuck else is coming out. What else is coming out that they want to fucking talk about? Jeez, they're going to fucking cancel fucking kids and shit because they're fucking pronouns. What happened to regular English class? When that was just part of English class. And we could just do sentences, that wouldn't fucking offend nobody and scare nobody and shit. Like, I just want to write a regular essay. And not because I'm Hispanic. I just want to write a fucking regular essay one time and just not get nobody offended and just say what I think sometimes. People should just be allowed to say what we think sometimes, even though we say crazy ass shit. Because when we bottle it in is when the problems happen. And you end up like that one lady you see her on there where she was like, no, like that shit builds up. And that happens. And you ain't going to stop that shit. I don't care what you say. You ain't stopping that shit. You ain't going to stop that shit. So I wonder if these people in power will ever get in trouble. Like, what if like I said, what will they think they get in trouble, or their power keep them out of jail? Like, it'll be them people like in them movies when they get like busted and they're like, look, man, you're going to get a phone call and you're going to have to let me go. And they're all looking like you're like stupid. And then you see the phone call, the lady comes out or your boss comes out and you're just like, look, you got to let him go. And that shit, what if that shit happens with these people in power? I think it does happen too many times. because nobody wants to talk about that dude and that island no more. Now that the guy's out the way and that lady's wherever she's at. Nobody even talks about her in her jail cell and getting nothing. Nobody's talking about, is she running track anymore? What's going on? What show is she watching? Did she watch the ending of fucking Ozarks? What's going on? Nobody's talking about it. And nobody wants to talk about a lot of them things. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, humans. And some of that shit that, like, some people are recycling on some of them TikTok videos kind of get me nervous. Like, some of that shit's, like, old. And, like, they're putting it on there, and it sounds fresh. And I'll, like, catch at me watching it, and, like, holy shit. And then I'll remember, oh, man, fuck that. You know what I mean? I have some old shit. Don't fuck around with me. To catch me out on some of that shit, But anyways, humans, I'm going to talk a little bit of quick little fight pick real quick on a quick little, there's a fight coming up at the end of May. And it's with Gervonta Davis and, what's his name? Rolly Romero. And these guys, I thought they used to be friends or something. I don't know. I guess I was wrong. But I used to see all these guys training, all these training videos, and see these guys. And these guys fucking hate each other, man. They're fucking, and they're lightweight, like little dudes, man. But fucking Tank Davis, dude, hits like fucking Mike Tyson and shit, man. And this Rolly guy's a hard hitter too. I don't know why I'm a fan of this dude. Like I hear him talk, he just like gets me all like hyped up. Like he reminds me of and I guess his idol. It's crazy that his idol is Naseed Hamed, because that's who he kind of reminds me of. But he's not like, I don't think they're the same nationality. But just he's got that like arrogance and weird, wild style of fighting with like a lot of punching power. So, I mean, they're doing fight media right now in the fights. I think at the end of May, and I'll probably do a little pick at the end of the May. But at the end of the May, I'll probably do a pick at the end of the May. That's gonna be my new shit now. At the end of the May, humans. My bad. But at the end of May, I plan on doing another fight pick. But right now, man, I mean, you want to lean towards Davis because he's already the champion, and my man's fucking got way more fights than the other dude. But I'm just excited because it's going to be something different because this guy's really wild. Like, you never know if he could, land some weird punch because I think he might be a little taller than Davis. So it's going to be a fun fight unless my man just walks in too wild and Davis just fucking clocks him out, like just hits him with a big cannon of a punch because he hits both hands, man. I mean, shit, some boxers did okay with him, like Santa Cruz did okay. I thought he was doing okay till he got a little confident, and then he ate that uppercut and just went all the way asleep, and like most of his opponents did. But this is gonna be a fun fight, so I had to just bring it up. I think I'm only leaning towards Davis right now till I get closer to the fight and see what happens as I get closer and get all hyped up. But I am a fan of this Rolly Romero dude. I mean, he's just funny. And he's like entertaining on like when his interviews, and he's also a wild fighter. Like right now, he's kind of backing it up because he's undefeated. But he don't have many fights like Tank Davis does. That's why I'm leaning towards Davis's experience and things like that. But I also think as it gets closer, it's going to be wild because he's just a wild fighter. So it's going to be interesting, humans. It will be interesting. But back to with all this crazy stuff that's been happening with our weird prez, all the weird stuff that's been happening in media. Like I said, all these crazy distractions that we've been catching on the news, that this news circus that's been going down. I always feel and I believe that there is hope. I feel like there's always hope, humans. And I don't know, like you got to stay hopeful in these times. I mean, because there's always people that have had hard times, just like anyone else has had hard times or came from some rough things and made it out of things, so it always gives me hope when, even though we're in some crazy rough times, I know we'll make it out. And it feels like Bring It Ice-T, for instance, the dude was like a gangster rapper or drug dealer, went from drug dealer to gangster rapper, or what, and then from gangster rapper to like actor in movies. And then he went to like some detective in some like TV show. And then from like TV show, he fucking went like doing like commercials and shit on TV for like insurance companies. And then like if you hear him again and like he's doing some other country, like he made a Cheerios box and shit. And then he had like a crazy ass rock band that was like one of their number one songs was called like Cop Killer and shit. I think it was called like Body Count even. It was a crazy ass like hard ass metal crazy band. And he went from all of that to like a detective on a TV show. And like I said, a Cheerios fucking box. Insurance commercials, fucking, what else did he fucking do? Laundry detergent. He fucking even did laundry detergent. Humans. He's going to replace that one dude that used to be in the Cocoon movies for the diabetes commercials soon. So there's always hope. If he can do it, so can we, humans. So can we. And hope you all enjoyed this episode. And if you did, I'd appreciate if you would hit that like button, smash that subscription, and turn on them notifications. My name is Jaime, and this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.
Yes, yes.